Hey everyone, Dylan with HD Perspective here today, and I have the Mac Tools flyer for January 2021. So let's take a look and see what they've got. Okay, they've got on the front page here a couple different impact wrench sets. They've got metric as well as the standard set. $7.99 for the standard, $7.49 for the metric. Seems like a little bit pricey for what you get. You get a nice hard case that goes with it all, but unless you're working out in the field, I don't find those too useful. You could probably get the equivalent DeWalt impact for, you know, that $500 mark with a couple batteries and a charger or something, and you can buy those sockets separately. So I'd probably be looking elsewhere. Milwaukee is also another good option. Spark plug socket set here, so you get looks like a couple extensions and a wrench and then the wobble sockets and everything for $300. I would be shopping around for that as well. Yeah, it seems like a little bit high on the price. So these prices are US dollars. If you want the Canadian, they are also on their website. Same flyer, just more expensive. This is probably the best deal that I see in the flyer. $261 for both these cutoff tools, so you get a 90 and a straight. That's actually pretty good if you need one. The cutoff tool here, the air saw, $369. Maybe seems like that's an okay price if you need one. I would definitely shop around though. You might be able to find something a little better, but they can be handy for sure. Okay, and then these air swivels, they're pretty nice to have. If you don't have them on your air tools already, I would highly suggest getting some. I have one from Mac, one from Matco, and one from Snap-on, and I ended up going with Snap-on, or Blue Point, I guess, for the rest of my tools, just because of the price. The Mac one and the Matco one were both good. You know, they haven't failed me yet, so been happy with all three, but Blue Point was a little bit cheaper. So these tap and die sets, you could probably get both metric and SAE for something similar to that $200 price point instead of just one of them. And but yeah, I've gone with the cheaper tap and die sets, and they've held up well for me. I haven't really had too many problems. The key is just to go slow and, you know, don't break your tap. Okay, these Sidewinder wrenches looks like an interesting idea. I don't know if it could be a gimmick or if they could be good. I could see them being useful. I could see them actually not working very well or lasting very long at all. So I guess it depends. If you got one of these, let me know in the comments how you like it and how well it's held up. I don't know if they've got like a gear and like a bike chain in there or something, or a couple of gears sets. But it shows them using an impact with it, so I guess that's okay. I don't know. Be interesting to see. And then they've got these extensions down here for $200. I would shop around. You could probably find something similar for a little bit less, but they are definitely handy for sure. Toolboxes here. I know quite a few guys that have Mac toolboxes and they're pretty happy with them. I prefer the Snap-on box, but maybe I'm biased because that's what I have. I do prefer having 3 full-length drawers instead of just the 2. And word of caution, if you load this up on a trailer or something and you put some ratchet straps over top of your hutch, it's probably not a good idea. I had a buddy that did that, and he ended up crushing his hutch down. I had to use the Porta Power to try and straighten it back out again. He was not very happy. But yeah, there you go. So these precision torque wrenches are nice. I've used them before. A couple guys I know have them. You can also find them rebranded on Amazon, probably other places too. Facum is the main brand that actually makes these wrenches for Mac, so you could probably get them for a little bit less, but they are nice wrenches for sure. Long pry bar here, $150 seems to be kind of the going rate for something like that. Definitely worth having if you don't have one already. save your body, use a longer lever. It's always nice to have. Plus the striking cap on the end is nice. Personally, I have the Mac one and it's held up well for me, although I have the older handle design, I believe. A couple scrapers and some picks here for $70. Yeah, you could probably shop around and find something a little bit cheaper. Air hammer ends, so some different chisels. Probably not a bad price, but I don't know if you need that many sizes of chisel. I guess it depends on what you're doing. Air ratchet, the price isn't bad, but air ratchets are kind of outdated now, I would say. It's time to move on to cordless. There's quite a few good options out there. I know the Milwaukee, the Fuel cordless ratchet's really good. The Snap-on one is also very good. So they're also a lot more money, but there you go. These little hex bits, they're handy to have. It's nice that they're the stubby length. I'm sure if you shopped around, you could get it for cheaper, and it's not like this is something that you'd be using probably all the time. It'd just be every once in a while when you needed it. So it might be worthwhile just to get a cheaper brand than the Mac. It's likely rebranded anyhow. Or you get a free t-shirt. Okay, so these long Allen wrenches or Allen sockets, nice to have for sure. I've got the Vim Tools kit, and I believe it was around the same price, but it came with straights and the ball end on there, so might be something to consider. They've held up well for me. Sometimes it's nice to get these though from the tool truck, because they will break, and then you can get them warranted, provided your tool driver shows up on a regular basis, which might not be the case, so might be worth it to go another way. Okay, 3/8 ratchet here. I would prefer the Snap-on, to be honest. That's my personal preference. I don't like the ratcheting mechanism in the head. I find it's too coarse. But yeah, price is probably okay. This is probably a pretty good deal here. $60 for all these different extensions and a swivel if you need one. So I would do that if I didn't have something like this already. And then this multi-tool here, $123. That's probably not too bad. Last page, we've got the ATF refill kit, so $350. Seems a little bit pricey to me, but you do get this, fill bottle and all the ends for doing all those fancy sealed transmissions and whatever. So, anyways, those are my thoughts on the Mac Tools Fire. If you got any other comments, leave them down below. Let us know what you think, and we'll talk to you in the next one.